The first thing you need to make VR work is vision. If you can trick it, you can trick the rest of your brain and body reasonably well. But touch, that's something we do every day without even thinking about it. And when it's missing in virtual reality, it's one of the first things that you want.
One of the main design goals for touch was that it give you hand presence, the feeling that your virtual hands are really your real hands, that they're there with you.
We made hundreds of prototypes, refining on ergonomics, the types of inputs we had, the type of tracking that we had. And a lot of the assumptions you make at the beginning of the process don't necessarily pan out.
With touch, what we had to do was make a solution where it doesn't feel like there's anything there, but when you do natural gestures, those things show up in virtual reality.
You need to track its position in 3D space. You need to perfectly track its orientation. And you need to do all those things with very low latency.
Some of the decisions that we made with touch, we weren't sure if they were going to work. And 300 prototypes later, many did not. It takes a while to find that right magic where you pick up the device and you pull a trigger and you're like, that's it. And getting there and really finding the way to make it work, it's pretty incredible.
When we first got constellation tracking fully integrated and working, that just magic of one-to-one, your hand is interacting in the environment was an absolute breakthrough.
So with hand presence, there's a real social element that comes in. And it's one thing to see somebody's head kind of move around. It's another thing when they can actually wave at you. The other person comes alive.
It just feels like that person is there. It feels like you are talking to a person that is standing right in front of you.
What's next? A lot of what's going to matter is actually what comes out of it. What have we enabled? And we're just scratching the surface there on the experience side.
I'm really most excited about shipping this thing once we get hundreds of thousands of these things out into the world and developers are using them every day, and that we really see what we're capable of doing in VR.
I think this is the golden age for VR, where a lot of people are going to make experiences that are just remembered. The first example of something that no one had seen before.
Here are the basics of how to use glass. This is your touchpad. It runs from your temple to your ear. Tap the touchpad to wake up glass. You should see the display above your line of sight. Adjust it to see everything. The home screen shows a clock. This is your timeline. It's a row of cards. Things to the left are happening now or coming up, like the weather, an upcoming flight, or an event in your calendar. You can tap on any card to see more. Swipe down anywhere to go back to the timeline. Cards to the right of the home screen are from the past, for example, messages, videos, or photos. Tap on a photo to share it and choose one of your friends. Swipe down to go back to standby. And have fun exploring.
Hey everyone, Gavin Gear here from the Extreme Windows blog, and in this video I'm going to show you the magic of the MakerBot Digitizer desktop 3D scanner. With this piece of equipment, you can scan an object up to 8 inches in diameter and 8 inches tall in under 10 minutes and end up with a 3D model that you can send directly to your 3D printer. Let me show you how it works. So I'm going to go over to Makerware for Digitizer. This is an app that's free from MakerBot, and it's responsible for talking to the digitizer, acquiring and making sense of the data. When we launch a new scan, all we really need to do is describe how light or dark the object is. This is going to help the scanner comprehend the image data that's coming from the sensor. We can go light, medium, or dark. In this case, I have a light object, and then all we need to do is click Start Scan. In a few moments, the magic will start to happen. So our scan completed. Let's take a look at Makerware to see what we came up with. So you can see here I have a nice model of my monster head, but there's one thing that I'm seeing here that's a little bit of an issue. My monster head has kind of a concave feature on top, and the lasers can't really see down into the cavity very well, so I'm not getting really the best level of detail. Now we can take advantage of what's called multi-scan. When we click on Start Multi-Scan in Makerware, we're going to be able to reposition the object. So I'm going to lay the monster head on its back and then click on Start Multi-Scan. And what this is going to do is it's now going to rescan the object from a different angle. It's going to see into all the areas that it couldn't see to before and reconcile the two 3D models together to have a better level of information and data. Let's see what happens. All right, so now that we've scanned from another angle, let's see what we've come up with. So I've got the multi-scan model open here in Makerware, and it's actually looking a lot better. The detail on the indented portion of this monster head is looking fully detailed, and it's great. So we could actually add additional scans, but I'm going to go with 2 here. I saved this off as an STL and have it open over here in the 3D Builder app. Now we can easily send this to our 3D printer using the built-in printing support. So we're just going to go ahead and go with the MakerBot Replicator 2. We're going to use all the default options. That's going to work great. Hit print, and boom, it's going to print out a copy of my monster head. Well, there we go. With the MakerBot Digitizer and the MakerBot Replicator 2 attached to my Windows 8.1 PC, I can make almost anything. If you want to know more about the MakerBot Digitizer, go to makerbot.com. If you want to see more awesome 3D printing action, please visit the Extreme Windows blog. Thanks.
you.